Low metric. First in. Glad to see the notifications are working temporarily. Once I get past this little clearing up ahead, there'll be more of a wind block. Yeah, I can usually, not always, but I can often tell notifications are working because if I start a stream and I'm still typing out the poll or someone comes in the first 30 seconds, then I can tell they're working. But I have plenty of streams where it'll be close to the 3-minute mark before anyone comes in. And that's when it's like, yeah, I don't think the notifications are going out right now. I think that was one of the days you came in and it was close to 3 minutes and you said you just found me because you were just flipping through. So that meant you probably didn't get a notification that time. The wind isn't bad, that's good. Yeah, usually a lot of days like this where there's not a lot of clouds or a storm, the wind dies off in the afternoon. Hello, Cripset, nice to meet you. Dimitri's World, good afternoon to you both. Hope everyone's having a nice Tuesday evening. Thanks everyone for watching. Make sure to, if you wouldn't mind, double tapping the screen. Give the stream a thumbs up. I appreciate it. Do you play video games? Yeah, I play video games. I was live streaming last night the game Horizon Zero Dawn. Have you heard of that game, Dimitri's World? Have not. Yeah, it's on it was on PlayStation originally, but then after a couple years they added it to the PC games, so I got it on the Epic Store for PC. Waited until it was on sale. But yeah, it's been out for a few years, so that's probably why you haven't heard of it. Thanks to the mod. You're welcome, Dimitri. It's nice to meet you. What time is it for you? $7:09. I think it's 6:09 here, so you're on the East Coast. That's cool. I live in the Florida Panhandle near Pensacola. But yeah, most people I chat with in the live stream, they're on the East Coast. A lot of people. Metric's already probably tired of hearing me saying that. I'm gonna have to think of a new way to say it. Most of the human beings I converse with, real-time chat, also happen to have a dwelling on the East Coast. I'll see if I can get a laugh out of you, Metric. Welcome, Johnny. Sidecar for Buddy. There is. Well, oh no, where'd he go? What? Nope, he's back at home. After the horses, I went back and fed him. So he had dinner, so he'll be good for a while. What was that, a wabbit? Yeah, I have a dog named Buddy. I have 1 or 2 videos of him on the channel. If you want to check those out sometime. I was live streaming with him just about an hour and a half ago. And I will later tonight when I get back to the house. Do you have any pets, Dimitri? Any dogs or cats? His stream's already at 4 thumbs up. That's good. If we can get the thumbs up to keep slowly climbing, really keeps the numbers up. I'm gonna try to do this for a half hour. I haven't streamed this path for a half hour yet. Buddy the deer. Nope. Sorry, I had it muted. Oh, yeah, I'm going to mute it while I cross there because it can get super windy. Oh. Welcome, Johnny, now that you can hear. I am just riding on this long bike path that kind of cuts through town, and I'm just gonna try to ride this path. It's at least like a mile long, if not longer. I'm still going one way, but I'm gonna stream this bike path because this, other than a little bit of wind, this is the best place to stream while riding the bike in the area, because the wind, the scenery, and almost most importantly is because it has pretty good cell phone service throughout the whole ride. I can't even ride around my own neighborhood without it dropping to 1 or 2 bars. It's weird. What's my favorite thing to do? Hello, Rainbow Boba. Nice to see you. Hope you're having a good evening. We have my favorite things to do. Depends on the weather. But bike riding is one of my favorite things to do. Another is going to the beach, or at nighttime, either making a fire, playing video games indoors, watching a movie. There's plenty of times you're stuck inside or just need to stay in and get out of the sun for a while. Let your sunburn cool, rest up. Yeah, I've stayed at, in the past 2 years, I've stayed at over 50 hotels. But yeah, Johnny, once it gets close to sunset, I'm going to be riding to this new spot to do a nice little relaxing stream, entirely different from anything you guys have seen. I rode by the spot real quick in a live stream recently, but it's not at the dock. It's not at my private dock or my private beach. Stop me and squirrel tires on me. Yeah, it was 50 hotels across where I spent 5 months traveling last year around Florida. The year before, I spent 6 months traveling around the rest of the United States. It was pretty much all the cheapest hotels I could find. So I couldn't tell you anything about any fancy hotels. But I could tell you where there are good states that actually have super cheap hotels that are pretty much brand new, breakfast included. And there's one in Ohio that I stayed in that was around like $40 a night, and it was like a brand new hotel bed with all the furniture, appliances, everything looked brand new. It had breakfast included. Yeah, that was, I think, in Caldwell, Ohio. I stayed at another one in Alabama that was around like 50 or 55 a night, but it had not only breakfast included, but a lot of them would just have like waffles and cereal, and that's usually about it. This one had you could make full size or mini size waffles that had 4 different kind of fruit toppings to put on your waffles, different flavor syrups. They changed out the meat menu. There were like the first morning there was like bacon and hash browns, and then the next day they switched it to like sausage links, and there was always like 2 different kinds of meat, and they switched them out. It was like going to a full buffet. But yeah, most hotels, and then sometimes you'll pay the same price for a hotel and they don't even include any kind of breakfast. So there's quite a variety out there. Well, I mainly went on those trips because I thought that as soon as I reached monetization, that I thought it was going to be paying enough to be paying. It was going to be paying a lot more than it did. I thought it was going to be start off paying like a normal job. And then, like the Florida trip too, I had been living in Florida for 6 years and spent most of that time just waiting tables and not getting to do anything. I was working so much at this restaurant, I told them I only wanted to work 25 hours a week, but they would constantly schedule me 35, 40 hours. There was one time, 5 out of 6 weeks in a row, they put me on overtime. So there'd be days where in the restaurant you'd work. I spent 9 or 10 hours on my feet with no break. It's like, oh, it's a holiday. There's no time. But yeah, restaurants can be great paying, but really hard working because you constantly have people. Oh, one of my kids is sick. Can you take the shift? It's like I already have 5. I'm already working 5 days this week. I don't want to, Oh, my babysitter just got sick. I need you to take the shift. Can you work tonight? And it's like, I'm already here for the lunch shift. I opened, and you want me to work till close now. So you get those like daily people, which whenever you need the money, it's nice, but whenever you're already working more hours than you want or need, and some of the girls fell on that excuse too easily that something came up with one of their kids, and it doesn't help whenever they got 5 kids, so there's always something going on with one of the kids. What's up, playa? Nice to see ya. What was your first check? Well, it doesn't really work out by check. There's a meter that goes from $0 to $100, and whenever you fill it up to $100, then it deposits it into your bank account. So if you don't make $100 in a month, it just carries over to the next month. So my first check from YouTube was for $100. Actually, it was slightly over because I was like at 85 or something. Then I think that was when Drift Watcher gave me like 25 or so and pushed me over. But otherwise, like the first time I got that check for $100, it took a few months to get that, which is. So when you start off, it's more of like a paid hobby. Yeah, really unfortunate that I didn't know that, and I imagine most people don't know that because it doesn't say anywhere how much you're going to start making, or you really, like, I Googled it and Googled how much do you get paid for 1,000 views, and it'll tell you there, but the number isn't accurate, and so you can find information on Google, but it's not like a regular job where you know you're going to be making exactly this much per hour. Hello, Pacers all the way. Nice to see you. Yeah, I remember you. You got a good, unique name. How's your Tuesday going? Pacers all the way. Yeah, it was a little busy back there. You got a girl today? Congratulations, Dimitri. There's a pretty funny comedian named Dimitri Martin. Yeah, I knew the Pacers were a basketball team. I don't follow really any sports too closely, to be honest, but I did know that the Pacers were a team. I couldn't name any players, unfortunately. But your name is Blake. I'll try to remember that, Blake. You're actually the first person I've met in a live stream named Blake, so should remember that. Well, so I just turned around back there, and I didn't even start at the very beginning of the path. So it took over 20 minutes just to go one way. Right down and back, and then probably stop the stream. There's a little Cardinal. That's where I'm from. St. Louis Cardinals. How far do you think you've gone on the bike? Gone on the bike trail? I don't know. I'd have to, since there's no gauge on this. I think there's little trail. There might be trail markers. But I probably, easiest way would probably be to get on Google Maps later and put it on there. I know I've been doing this live stream for 25 minutes and 25 seconds. Thanks everyone for watching. With this electric assist on, it can really coast for a while, so it really doesn't even feel like I've ridden that much. My favorite sport, if I had to pick one, it'd probably be ice hockey. I used to play roller hockey, but I would have played ice hockey if they had that anywhere in the area. But yeah, I know a lot of people, many people, their favorite sport is soccer. I used to play, I played a season or two when I was very young. So I like soccer too. Baseball. Gotta go join later. I'll catch you later, Blake. Appreciate you hanging out, Blake. Do you have a favorite team, soccer team, Dimitri? Yeah, sometimes I mute it just so I can speed up for a while, not worry about the wind. Yeah, this is a really nice trail that I really just discovered it only like about a week ago or so. I've came across it a couple times, but it's like a weird spot that it cuts through town to where there's like dozens of little residential blocks that way, so I'd always keep missing. Like I'd find it and then there'd be days where I just look and I just keep going to the wrong place and couldn't find it. Probably could have opened up Google Maps and it would have helped, but yeah, I just found out like a couple days ago and decided to check and seen that it had like such great cell phone service most of the way, and it's nice and smooth. Because there's another place. I wanted to ride and go see. There's more horses at, but they don't often come up close enough to the fence. The pen that the horse is in is 50 times bigger, and the horses are usually way off in the distance. You can't see them. And then sometimes when they do get closer, the service there is horrible. So I was bummed about that, but pretty happy I found this little trail that it's real nice too. Even when the days were at the hottest part, this trail doesn't get too hot. And it's nice, I can take it a good chunk of the way back home without having to go up the bumpy sidewalk. It's a win-win. I like Ronaldo or Messi. Do you have any favorite? Ronaldo might play for Chelsea Football Club. I could be way off. I could be off about that. Wrong about that. Yeah, Ronaldo is the GOAT. Another little cardinal path. Check the battery. 41%. Yeah, all players do eventually lose their skills. They can't stay on the top forever. Eventually someone younger, stronger, faster comes along. I've heard a lot of people in different states that say it's pretty windy, Johnny. Earlier today, a friend in Pennsylvania, she said it was super windy there, and one in New York, another one in West Virginia, both were saying they were having super windy days. Hello, Zalon Price. Nice to see you. Was it someone you hadn't seen in a few months, Metric? Yeah, Metric's got some rainy days in New Zealand too. He said they got like 3 days of rain coming that they're in right now. Really fortunate that we have like no rain this week. So, last I checked. What country are they from? I'm curious as to how many friends in different countries. You probably have a good handful. You gotta have friends in different time zones. Gonna play Roblox. I'll catch you later, Dimitri. It's nice meeting you. Look forward to chatting with you another time, Dimitri. Oh yeah, I bet dealing with the horses and the mud, getting it all over the saddle and gear would be not worth it. Really wanting to do would just make a lot more work. You probably already have enough work. Like imagine like brushing them down after a ride, but then if everything's all muddy too. What are you doing? This is a bike path. Freaking sign right there. It says no motor vehicles. The car just drove down the bike path. There's a sign right there. Luckily, there's no one coming down.
At least they realized it.
Yeah.
You just never know about people.
Thanks for staying on the road. Cold walk. Oh, then brush them down. Check the hooves for any pebbles. Yeah, I don't know if I've heard of that cold walk. Yeah, I bet brush them down. All that takes quite a bit of time. Nothing like riding down a path out in nature and smelling some delicious Whataburger. Metric, you probably haven't heard of Whataburger. It's a lot like Burger King, except I would say Whataburger might be better, but they don't have a nice like value menu like Burger King. You have Whataburger as well? That's cool. Wow, I didn't know they had them out that far. Well, that's good. So have you like their patty melt? Not sure what that was. Some notification. It's all good. There are so many burger chains out there, and there's not really too many big differences between a lot of them. I did think about maybe in the future I'll do a live stream where I get like a burger from Burger King, McDonald's, Whataburger, at least 3 places, maybe a 4th, and try them all on stream and talk about which one I like better, if there's any differences. Yeah, I think that's what Metric was trying to say, Johnny. But he also might have been thinking about something else. But yeah, it's called What-a-Burger, not Water Burger. I just didn't want to call him out on it. A water burger does not sound too good. Oh yeah, you'll be there, Metric. I'm going to be doing a little bit of traveling this summer. Not near as much as I did last year, and what I'll do hopefully next year, get back to, but there are a few places my parents actually want to go on a cruise here soon, so there could be live streaming from a cruise ship coming up within the next few months. And then Thanksgiving, I'm going to be going up to Missouri. So I want to live stream the St. Louis Zoo and maybe the St. Louis Arch. But the zoo for sure. And then me and Buddy will be walking around some farmland in Missouri. Hopefully my grandpa's got cell phone service. I want to see the good stuff. There's so much of the good stuff yet to come. Yeah, some people don't like zoos. Like my aunt was like, how can you go to zoos? They're like how they treat animals. And it's like, no, you're thinking of some countries don't have like regulations and have very poor conditions for their zoos, but not here in the States. They have very strict regulations, and pretty much in these zoos I've been to, all the animals were rescued and literally can't go back out in the wild. Or they were born in captivity, and if they're born in captivity, they can't go out. I think I'm gonna go ahead and stop the stream. I'm gonna be coming up to the new place just a couple minutes, so I'll see you guys there.